Hi, you're watching a profile, and today we're going all cheesy as we head to George and Joseph. The shop opened in September 2013 during the weekend of the Arts Festival, and despite being one of the newest businesses in Chapel Allerton, the Cheesemongers is already a firm favourite with the locals. I paid a visit to find out what they have on offer. So, Stephen, obviously you're not called Joseph, you're not called George. Where did you get the name from?
Well, I was trying to find a name for the shop and writing down, sort of trying lots of ideas and things, and nothing seemed to fit. And then I started writing down my family's names, things that meant things to me, and it's actually my son's middle names. So I just wrote those down and saw it and thought it sounded nice and old-fashioned and a bit like a cheese shop, really, and it meant something to me personally as well.
And I'm guessing you are a big cheese fan. Is that why you sort of wanted to set this business up?
It is, yeah. I thought about doing something with food, and I've always been into cheese. I was fed cheese as a child almost constantly, and thought that would be just something good to get into, really, and something I'm really interested in. And if things didn't work out, I would still have something that I developed a hobby or an interest in, something that I was really, really keen on in the first place.
And your background isn't in cheese, it's in IT. Was that a difficult transition to make, or having eaten cheese all your life, was it quite easy to merge your way into?
It was nice to do something completely different, to be honest, and it's sort of polar opposites. But I suppose I could say a lot of my sort of work experience, business experience, is still applicable here. But yeah, totally different, but quite easy to move into, really, surprisingly easy.
So, what would you say are your best-selling cheeses?
I would say certainly things like our Wensleydale that we sell, which is great because we really want to focus on local cheeses. That sells well. But some cheeses from further afield sell really well as well, and people go for unusual, possibly more stinky ones, like the Stinking Bishop or the Cornish Yargs, which are from further away, but they sell really well.
And I know you've got a Sicilian cheese as well.
That's right, yeah. Our most local cheese is actually made about 3 miles away up in Adel by a Sicilian guy who's lived in Leeds for 10 years or so, called Mario. And he makes some amazing cheeses with a sort of traditional family recipe.
So although cheese is the main focus here, obviously you do have a lot of other things that you sell. Can you tell us a bit about them?
Yeah, sure. Well, we've tried to have sort of complementary condiments and things that go with the cheeses, and as many of those are locally made. The chutneys, for example, are made by a lady called Sally up near Harrogate. We also have Yorkshire-produced biscuits and oils and things like that, other snacks as well. And as well as sort of accessories like knives and fondue sets and books and other sort of gift things too.
And you mentioned to me a little bit earlier thinking of doing some events, and what other sort of future plans have you got?
Yeah, we want to start doing tasting events. We've only got a small shop here, so they'll be quite exclusive with a handful of people, but to get people in to taste cheeses and other things as well, do some events and bring some producers down to talk about their cheeses and how they make them. We're also planning to start selling wine and beer. We did a bit of that at Christmas and that went really well, so to sort of have more for people to sort of buy when they come here.
So, if what you've seen appeals to your taste buds, pop in and pay George and Joseph a visit. Just make sure you've got some mince to hand if you do go for the Stinking Bishop.